Welcome back, Nerevar. Did you play those DLCs I told you about? And what do you think? You disagree with me on some of them? Well, that's fine. It's an opinion at the end of the day. I must say, though, if you disagree with me on these DLCs, you won't make it back to tell me. The last thing you'll feel is my dreamers ripping your flesh off you in your sleep. Anyways, it's time for Fallout New Vegas DLC. To be fair, I don't have a favorite here because I love them all so goddamn much, but deal with it. Old World Blues is what happens when you let the goofballs of the development team go crazy. Then they come back with a masterpiece. It takes place in the Big MT. Sort of like a crater surrounded by mountains. Your spine, heart, and brain are forcibly removed from you, replaced with arguably better components depending on your build. At first, the scientists do seem heartless or stuck in their worlds, but when you start doing the side quest and figuring them out, they flush out well as characters, especially the main antagonist. They do a good job showing you the evil and pretty cool experiments they did before the war, and it's where you start getting hints of the other DLC characters. All in all, they have some pretty sad moments, especially with Gabe the dog. My only complaint is I wish I could have fixed 8's voice and actually talk with him about what happened to him. But I will say the constant death while exploring to a damn lobotomite with a fucking ranch rifle slowed my enjoyment. 9 out of 10. Dead heart. A lot of games and media try to teach you the meaning of letting go, but this one does it so effortlessly. This one starts with the call from the Sierra Madre, a wonderful casino trapped in a time stasis fueled by deadly gas and greed. Out of any game I've ever played, thus DLC hands down has the best companions. Their personal stories are gut punch after gut punch. The great writing makes it all the more easier to hate the sick bastard Elijah. He won't let you or them leave until you open the casino for him. Why not run, you ask, my friend? He has you wearing bomb collars because he is a manipulative bastard who kidnaps and hurt people for personal gain. His own greed and inability to let go are what killed him. I think the enemies have a unique, albeit annoying mechanic where you have to destroy limbs for them to actually die, but that's easy. They also let you try to take 32 gold bars at the end, but you have to watch some guide or whatever to actually keep them, because you're not really supposed to keep them. The people who do, like me, spit on the DLC's message. 10 out of 10. Lonesome Road. I took a lot of time completing this DLC because it's one of the best at telling the backstory of your character. Fuck me, man, where do I begin? You go to a bunker in the Divide searching for a radio signal. You also get some ADE upgrades from this DLC, so it's pretty fire in that regard. Anyways, you're contacted by Ulysses, the only person besides Joshua Graham to be in the Legion and also be an intelligent person. He is Courier 6, and he's leading you down your history and the history of the Divide. It lacks a lot of NPCs to speak with, but more than makes up for it with the unique enemies and constant warhead explosions. Ulysses has been around the block a few times, and he is an incredible narrator to learn from. Not once did I wonder if he could shut the fuck up while my anus gets perforated by death claws on a bridge. No, I would shed a tear because I knew I wouldn't be hearing it during the load screen. At the end, you get to make a pretty major choice, and that's to nuke the Legion, NCR, both or neither. I always choose both because fuck them and their mothers. They both want so badly to install order and control the chaos of the wasteland, but fail to realize you can't just force people into your way of life. Anyways, 20 out of 10. Hold on while the fire inside burns greater than the fire outside. Honest hearts. Have you ever heard of the word badass, legend, archangel? Those couldn't begin to describe Joshua Graham. This man was set on fire and kicked into the fucking Grand Canyon only to survive and become more powerful than they could imagine. Oh yeah. There's also the gorgeous landscape of the Grand Canyon. They have some pretty neat tribes, and the Wild Wasteland perk name's a guy. They do reuse a vault's enemies, unfortunately, but it's excusable when you find out why. There is a bastard named Daniel. Daniel is what happens when a good man doesn't carry a big stick. He would rather not fight for his tribe's land and let the Legion's puppets, the white legs, push them over and run them out. But luckily, Joshua Graham is there to deliver the holy word of the Lord and some 45 ACP bullets into his enemies. I can't even rate this DLC because I love it too much. Oh yeah, you also get to see another Vault Dweller at the start, but he is a tweaker. Anyways, 100 out of 10. Fight me for my opinions this time, nerds. Skyrim DLC video next. Here's a sneak peek. I think Hearthstone is lazy.